Sound resumed.
Welcome back to Ramir Gaming's the Poro Cup 2. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty there, but we're into round 2 now. So this is the second match that has been streamed today. Few bands already coming on the board. I'm Swift, and I'm joined now by Robbie and Dressed. Are you there, Robbie?
Yo, sorry, man. Yeah, what's up? Sorry, I
Yeah,
was
so we
on
got
Wi-Fi sounds.
Lucian, Fresh band on the blue side, and Jarvan and Nami so far on the right, and then there's a J span as well. What are you thinking might be going through their head? They've banned a lot of quite mid-game strong champions there in the Lucian Thresh Jace.
Well, I think they've mainly gone with some generic bans. I might have done a little bit of research with the Jason Nami ban, so against the other team.
Yep, so
It looks like Lucian and Tristana seem to be generic bans nowadays with most tournament draft or even ranked draft games.
on the red side we've got SSW Koinu Ball, and on the blue side for this match is MaWong Senpai. Tio has locked in Morgana. So that's not giving away too much. That's just use support. Does have a This is quite an interesting one though, isn't it, Robbie? With the black shield making you spell immune.
The Black Shield's going to make for an interesting bot lane. They've basically banned out the Thresh, which is one of the only people that can still engage on a Morgana Black Shield. So it's going to be hard for SWSW to find someone to play well against Morgana.
Yep, they've locked in the Janna, one of probably considered the best support at the moment. And that one goes really nicely with a Z. We saw that double combo at Worlds a few times, and it was quite devastating. They have picked up an AD jungler. A Wrecking Ball has chosen to go for that Lee Sin there. Be really hoping that Z does show up on this champion select for SWSW, if not stolen away by Senpai on the blue side.
So it looks like they're thinking of Twitch. They were hovering over the Twitch for a second. Okay, so they got the Twitch lock in, so that's going to be a Twitch Morgana bot lane. Which early game they're going to have a bit of a struggle, but mid to late game I think that's going to be a horrific lane to verse.
And the Nocturne as well. It seems like going for a bit of a surprise. Everyone's here now, catching team fight really. Twitch is going to show up out of stealth, and then Nocturne's going to jump on your face. And SW really's got to be warding up, got to be careful of that combo there.
Yeah, but it looks like with the Oriana hover, it looks like the SWSW is going to look for a hard engage or poking comp. So I think they're looking for the mid game where they're going to try and poke down a little bit before they go for a hard engage with the Lee Sin.
It is Rise though that's been locked in.
I've looked at the Rise. It might be Rise top.
Yeah, could be mid or top at the moment. Lulu's locked in. Great solo laner, but also wow, okay.
Got the Rengar pick as well.
So we don't normally see Nocturne or Rengar top lane. So I'm assuming Lulu's going to the mid lane, but this is a little bit strange really. Rengar in the top lane, it seems, might be what they're going for. That's MaWong Senpai on the blue side. It's an interesting team comp, and again, Lulu has the speed boost. Rengar on the hunt. He's going to be finding kills for his Nocturne and the Twitch. They've got this really exciting 5-man squad of really just appearing out of stealth and the global ultimate, well, not almost global Nocturne, and just surprising. They're going to look to group up and surprise SWSW, while they may not be that strong individually.
Yeah, it looks like the purple team are looking to. Sorry, the blue team. Got mixed up for a second. Are looking for a surprise engage from the Nocturne Twitch and Rengar combo, especially and with the Lulu and Morgana there to keep the Twitch or Rengar alive throughout the fight. I think it's going to be an interesting mid game to see, but it's all going to depend on who gets ahead in the early game as well. Because champions like Twitch and Rengar, for their mid game, they have to win their early game.
And now we're seeing a rally has been locked in for SWSW, and they've got that as long as a rise as well. So probably going to see the rise head to the mid lane and rally to the top lane. How are those matchups going to work against the Lulu and Rengar?
I think Rengar's going to have a bit of a problem against the Rise, to be on. No, the Irelia, sorry. The Rengar's going to have a bit of a problem against the Irelia because Rengar can use the bushes to his advantage to try to take it down, but as soon as he gets more health than Irelia, she can just stun him and take his and just completely turn the fight around. Rise against Lulu, they've both got good. They both got the poke and low cooldown cost on their abilities, so I think the mid lane is going to come down to the skill level of the two players.
Definitely a skill matchup in the mid lane there. They do both have Lulu Glitter Lance can set up ganks as well as Rise's Rune Prison, and they've got a Lee Sin. Just have a look at the red side. They've got the Aurelia Stun, the Rise Rune Prison. Those solo laners both have really easy to land single target CC, and a Lee Sin in the jungle are going to be coming out of the bushes, jumping on top of people. Maybe they're going for a bit of an early aggressive king roots here.
It is possible. They've got a really good bot lane combo as well. The Corki Janna, I've seen this played a few times. It was also played in the Worlds, if correct me if I'm wrong, in one of the Worlds matches. The Corki Janna combo is just incredibly strong. The poke and the crowd control from those two can be really devastating if it's not played against, like, if they don't play well against this. But the Morgana peak will stop a lot of the poke from the Janna tornadoes, so I think this will be a very interesting bot lane to see.
If you had to pick one lane where plays are going to happen, which one would it be?
I think the plays are going to happen in either the mid lane or the top lane. The purple team's going to look to try and get Aurelia or Rise of Snowball, and it's the same with the blue team. They're going to try and get their at least their top lane of the Snowball with the Rengar.
The snowballing Rengar is very, very scary, as well as a Nocturne darkness into a Rengar kind of jumping on top of you. It's if they get one of those two going, it's going to be really, really scary for SWSW to deal with.
Yeah, I believe that SWSW is going to try and get Rise to Snowball as a mid-game Rise that's just Snowball to hell is scary as hell and is so hard to kill, especially against a basically full AD team.
And
the blue team's going to more focus on the Rengar or the Twitch.
Both of those deal quite a lot of physical damage though. So Cabbage Swag, the mid lane on that Lulu's going to need to make sure that they stay relevant with their AP damage. They're only really on the team if you discount a Morgana support. But looking over the Rise in the mid lane, SWSW Elite, he's taken Flash and Ghost, and that seems to be standard at the moment on mid lane Rise. Why is that?
I think it's basically because his cooldowns are ridiculously low, and with the Ghost, he can keep on top of someone because of the low cooldowns. He's being able to combo so easily. Ignite isn't really needed on Rise, to be honest. With low cooldowns, I think it was about 4-second cooldown on his Q and about 6 seconds on his W and his passive. He's got really strong combos, and combining Ghost with his ult just gives him incredible move speed to stick right on top of someone.
And also, he's going to be able to just use one of those two to get away from a gank. And then before that one, while that's on cooldown, he's got another one to engage or to flee the second gank. So it's going to be really difficult to kill that Rise, and Rise has so much pressure once he gets ramped up, gets that tier, gets a catalyst into Rod of Ages. But be aware, he has to ramp up. So maybe in this early stages of this game, Lulu's going to take advantage of that fact, pressure the mid lane. But we're coming into the Rift now, and we can't really tell what the level 1s are going to be, but looking at the items, fairly standard.
Well, I'm stuck in the loading screen at the moment, so I'll be in a second.
Well, they're both just charging up the mid lane now.
Welcome.
Doesn't seem like too much is going on. Are they going to spot each other out? They're going for different bushes. No, It seems they haven't. Oh, but there's a great ward from Lee Sin and 4 members of the blue team.
Oh,
Great.
but then the purple team's been spotted by Morgana. The Rise has been spotted trying to get across by the Morgana. I'm thinking SWSW is going to try and make something of this. They can see all of MWS in that bush.
Well, MaWong did just get a lot of vision into the red buff area. Those are going to time out fairly soon. SWSW, they're rotating into the red buff. Have they got here in time? It doesn't look like MaWong knows this is going on. They're all in this bush. They're looking for a pick. Mr. Cabbage is coming in. Glitter Lance onto 5 of them.
Minions has spawned.
That was a great prediction by Cabbage to check that with a glitter lance instead of face checking.
He's definitely not a cabbage. Predicting that one there. All 5 of them took that one. Every single one was slow. They couldn't engage onto that Lulu without some crazy flashy plays. But so now we see the minions spawning, and it's fairly standard jungle starts after a little bit of a heated early game, but nothing really did happen in the end. Zio going for this red buff, Lee Sin going for the blue buff, both get a good leash from their respective hero lanes, and they do begin the farm. So let's talk about this top lane again. Moonslayer 99 on the Rengar, and we have SWSW Divine on Aurelia. So in the really early levels, does Moonslayer have any advantage? Is there any point where really he's ahead?
Moonslayer will have the advantage in this lane due to having the Doran's Blade. It looks like Moonslayer's gone for flat out harass and damage, while the Divine's really gone for the sustain in that top lane. We do see them trying to trade off a bit. Moonslayer is harassing Divine as much as he can with his auto attacks and his Q as well. I think that early game is going to be for in the favor of Moonslayer, but Aurelia is the kind of champion that does suffer early on, but punishes the other laner right around level 6.
Yep, and it seems fairly Farmer's Aurelia is just coming up the wave. Moonslayer really scared of Lee Sin around his bushes. Nocturne kind of looking for a counter gank there, but it's actually in the mid lane that we see Lee Sin showing up right on top of a ward. Mr. Cabbage, God of Prediction, knows he's there. A Wrecking Ball is still looking for it though. Rune Prison does land. He's jumping in, and then the flash into the bush. Wrecking Ball wasn't confident on the Sonic Wave, didn't go for the blind one. And Mr. Cabbage swaggers back into lane. Does have flash down though.
That was a good gank by Wrecking Ball, to be honest. He pulled out the flash from Cabbage. So that was a successful gank by Wrecking Ball. I was a bit confused as to why Wrecking Ball just stood still after his ward jump though. He did get hit by the Lulu Q, but I'm surprised he didn't throw out a Sonic Wave to try and catch her out before she flashed.
I think he might not have been confident in the 1v1 that would have been started while Rise seemed to be backing off. They do get that flash, and it didn't cost any summoner spells from the side of SWSW. And Leets now, he's got a little bit of a CS discrepancy, but it's just going to be returned as the minions have been pushed in. And it be a very, very passive this early game, a little bit explosive in the mid lane, but it seems both teams are just farming as a Wrecking Ball. He's looking for a bottom lane gank maybe. He's coming into this bush. It hasn't been spotted out. How's this one going to play out?
Oh, sorry, I was looking at top lane. We have a trade in top lane as well. Moonslayer actually losing a trade against Divine. It looks like
Moonslayer flashed out from that one. He's still alive, and Divine doesn't have Ignite available. So Moonslayer has Ignite himself. But why don't we talk a little? Oh, but no, Dio's coming in for the gank. Now Moonslayer heals himself up. He's perfectly fine. First blood in the top lane. That goes over to Tio. Well, that's kind of what we're talking about. Aurelia gets punished in early levels, and it seems she's just going to get punished even more.
that was a good gank by Tio, and Moonslayer to hold his 5 ferocity for that W to bait in the Aurelia engage to try and get the kill. That was really well organised gank by Tio and good communication between the two.
Dark
And
Binding
it looks
does
like we
land in
might
the
also
bottom
have a
lane.
Lee Sin turret dive in bot lane as well.
Yep, Enter left is very, very low. He's got Flash and Heal available. I don't think that Sonic Wave's going to be followed up. He does just jump away. A Wrecking Ball, he's really been trying to get the ganks to work, but just hasn't happened yet. He managed to only get the Flash in the mid lane, and that's the lane he's returning to now. Just this Cabbage Swag backs off just enough and is recalling. A Wrecking Ball, he's trying really hard to get these ganks to work, but it was Tio in the top lane on the Nocturne, the jungler that you might not expect to be the one getting first blood, but he did, and now it's the kind of late game scaling team, at least in the junglers, that seem to be winning.
Yeah, I gotta agree, and we have also seen that even with the mid lane, it seems that Cabbage is managing to keep up with Rise with Lee. She did get her recall pulled out, but she reached level 6 before Leet did as well. And she has forced the recall from Leet as Leet has run his mana out, and that is a Catalyst and a Tear of the Goddess on his first back for the Rise as well. But I'm seeing a lot more action in mid lane.
Another game. He actually missed the there. Grabbed into a minion. Isn't going to get that one. Divine flashing out anyway. Why don't we talk about this bottom lane? Pentalift on Twitch bullied so hard by Janet Corky. He is 20 CS behind right now.
Well, I was expecting the bullied lane because the Corky and Janna is a really well, it's a bully heavy lane. They have gone for the poke to try and shut Pentalift out of this. He is, as you said, he is struggling in this lane. He is 23 CS behind Koinu at the moment, and we also see Wrecking Ball coming in for the game.
Oh, he hits the Sonic Wave, resonating strike, obliterated. It's deleted off the map there. Leeson taking up the turret. They're switching this turret aggro. They can't tank it for any longer. Tio, Gerald Flynn knocked in. Not able, doesn't want to go for that. That would have been a 1v3. Smartly comes to the turret now, but that's a 1-1. It seems SWSW is back in this game for sure.
That was a good game by... Oh, sorry. We got some action going on in top lane as well. We had a small trade from between Aurelia and Rengar, and Aurelia comes out on top again.
Yeah, that was... In the bottom lane, yeah.
That was a good gank by Wrecking Ball.
Oh, hold up, Divine. Straight up 1v1 kill onto Boonslayer there. Really, just a little bit, no, disappointing. The Rengar not respecting Divine's potential damage there and just going down. But yeah, in the bottom lane, that's now 1 kill and 25 CS in favour of SWSW's 4 to the twit.
That was a good gank by the Lee Sin. The Q was well timed, and even though the black shield was up, it just can't stop the follow through from the Q and the physical damage that was coming in. The Morgana is really based around stopping any magic damage or crowd control coming in, but with little crowd control in that gank, there was not really much that Mizuno could do there.
Yep, Leet's looking for Mr. Cabbage Swag, but the Pixie helping him just run away from anything there. And Tio's been spending a lot of time in the top lane. His darkness is coming up soon, their ultimate. Is he gonna? I think he should be looking for the bottom lane. Do you agree?
I'm thinking either the bottom lane or the top lane. I mean, every lane is struggling for MWS at the moment. I mean, the mid lane, the Rise Catalyst Catalyst tier is having a lot of damage effect on the Lulu.
Yep, and here's the gang. Tio's in there, but a Wrecking Ball's at the back. First kill goes over to them, but great combo there. Sonic Wave, Dragon's Rage, resonating strike. Wrecking Ball picks that one up, and now Janet just disengages Tio there. As well, that was 1 kill for 1. Both mid laners going down, and neither of them are going to be farming. I think that's going to hurt the Rise more than the Lulu, though.
The kill did come out on the Nocturne too. That is two kills on the MWS, and both of those kills on Tio. So Tio's gonna have to show a lot more lane presence now to try and help the rest of his lanes get up to speed with their opponents.
Yeah,
Kills
overall,
on SWSW are well spaced out too, with one on Lee, one on Corky, and one on Aurelia as well.
the real problem, I think, is this bottom lane. Really, yeah, Twitch is kind of the prize ultimates aren't gonna take that much, aren't gonna be that punchy. They're not gonna rat-a-tat-tat your entire team to death because they've just been so heavily bullied, and now it's the Dragon recognizing their bottom lane is stronger. We see Leap and Wrecking Ball rotating for this one as the red team bot lane just keeps harassing and keeps pressuring them, doesn't let them get that Dragon Pit.
That was also a little bit. MWS has low ward control over the map. They only have one pink
top
ward.
lane though. There onto Divine and Tio. Don't want him taking the kill. Flash. Auto attack. Slayer picks that one up, and now he's 1-1-1. Can probably stop buying Doran's blades. He's got 3 of them. Maybe actually complete some real items now. So much focus in that top lane. But what can Rengar really do with that?
I'm hoping to see Rengar try and roam soon. He has gone for 3 Dorans and 2 longswords in that lane. So he is going for the AD heavy and sustain lane there.
Wow. Koinu in the bottom lane he just tanked the turret shot and was finding Pentala around his turret, took it so low. We see a tornado being lined up here. Doesn't connect. Probably would have gone in on that one. But this bottom lane is such a problem right now. Wrecking Ball going in the mid lane though. He just backed away from that one. He was looking for the ward jump, but Tio smartly showing up in the mid lane there. It's the bottom lane though. Again, I have to emphasize that more Pentala hasn't yet finished an item, and now it looks like a turret knife might be on the card. Go box the knock up though. The teleport's coming. Nom's baiting this one in, and he's jumping in. Killing spree for Tio. Divine is teleported in on the Pentalift. He's diving the turret. It's that kill. There's no Twitch on the map, but it's 2 people in the bottom lane. Tio looking for the fear, doesn't get it, and Divine should be able to walk out of this one safely.
It looks like he's going to try and press the kill.
Yep. Then the great flash from Mizuna. Quick fingers there, gets away from that one. Mr. Cabbage Swag, but late for the party. And see Rise showing up as well. It seems to be that SWSW just has huge control of this area of the map, and they're taking advantage of it really well.
Well, as we can see with the purchases on the 2 teams as well, we see that everyone, or at least Lee Sin and Corky are also buying wards. With the only people really buying wards on the blue team is Mizuno on Morgana. SWSW just has a lot more ward control over the map, especially on that bottom side in MWS's jungle as well. They've got nearly every bush and section under wards in that area.
Yep, they seem to have all their bases covered there. Fine's rotated into this lane. Not too sure what he's doing there. Might just be defending this push, but I'm not sure what MaWong Senpai really do right now. We talked about a little bit before, they do have these kind of high cooldown ultimates and a lot of stealth on their team. But the Darkness not on the hunt for Rengar. We've got Twitch, Ambush as well. Can they really make use of that with their current item deficit?
I'm not really sure, to be honest. I'm thinking that SWSW has taken an early lead, and I think they're going to try and push this as hard as they can. They've got to push on mid. They've got 4 in mid at the moment, and I think they're going to be able to take that turret.
Yep, there's 3 of them there, just out-rotating their opponent. MaWong Senpai not really expecting that one. They're literally trying to harass them down, but they're not rotating quick enough. 5 members will be here. No, 4 members, because Rally is going up to their top lane. They're not going for this turret anymore. They're going to rotate. It looks like they're going to either Not sure what they're doing, really. But let's talk about the items. Corky's got a Trinity Force now. An entire Trinity Force at about, I think he got it 13 minutes? 5.2k gold in the bank. And we've got Twitch, 3.7k. Hasn't even finished Obey the Ruined King. How big is that?
This is going to make the game incredibly hard for the Twitch. He is quite far behind. I think the main focus of MWS now is going to be trying to and get that Twitch a bit more farm so he can get that Obey the Ruined King out before their next team fight. Otherwise, that Corky and the Corky and Janna combo at least is going to completely demolish Twitch.
Their kind of team comp is based around setting up a play, mostly with the CC and the Lulu, and also just finding picks around the map. You need wards to do that. Their vision control at the moment has improved so much. In the red side jungle, they've got 2 pink wards and another pink ward on the enemy red side jungle, but it seems SWSW doesn't really care about that. They're just going to continue to siege this mid lane. And what tools does MaWong Senpai really have to deal with it?
The only real tools they have to stop any push is the Lulu's Glitter Lance does have really good wave clear, and they do have the Morgana Tormented Soil as well. So pushing a lane with those two in trying to stop them is going to be really hard for SWSW.
Yep, 1v1 again in the top lane. Moonslag going out on the line, but Divine decides he's going to turn this one right around. Whoa, Prinsley staying there because Tio's on his way. The fear has landed, and Prinsley jumps in and wants to get this kill. Great deal again. I saw his health go way less than 50 even. He played that one pinpoint.
That was really well played by Prinsley and Tio, and we do see SWSW going for that dragon as well. The other side of the map. With Tio in top lane, that is a free dragon for the SWSW.
Yep, but they don't expect this one. They're pushing down the mid lane. Flash Rune, Prison, and Exhaust on the flip. Here's Nom now. He's looking for Mr. Cabbage Swag to easily pick up the foot. And now Nom's pushed back Mr. Cabbage Swag with that ultimate. Dragon's Rage as well. They're just shoving him further into their own jungle. Mr. Cabbage Swag, he's taking them for a little bit of a run here. He does get away. Great flash into Dragon Pit. And that's still though going to be 2 kills, as we saw Rengar just go down. I'm not sure how that happened, but they did get the mid lane turret. They got the top lane turret in return. It was a dragon and 2 random kills really. Did either team really come out on top of that trade? The turrets are going to give them a little bit of more map pressure, but definitely in the favour of SWSW.
I think that was a great. I just rewinded. That was a great denial by Corky on that top turret to push Tio and Poonslayer away from that turret and get the kill on Poonslayer at the same time. In that trade, I'm pretty confident to say that SWSW did come out on top with that, with 2 kills going on to Corky, a dragon and a turret from that trade. With the 1 turret and with the 2 turrets and one kill, was it?
2 turrets. They didn't get any kills, or did they? No, they picked up a Elliot, so they had 2 kills. 1 kill, turrets versus dragon, and 2 kills.
Well, I think the gold difference still speaks for itself. There's a 3k gold lead for SWSW, and it looks like they're going to try and push mid lane again and try and push this advantage.
Yep, Nocturne does have darkness available again. This cooldown has been quite telling for what WS is up to. It's available now. He's got a little bit of gold. Might be looking to go back to base and pick up an item first. What's he kind of building towards here? He's got going for magic resistant cooldown.
It looks like Tio is looking for a Spirit Visage in this matchup with the high damage on the rise. It looks like it's going to be a pretty strong pick by Tio.
Goes on to Nom, immediately kicked away the ultimate use. 2 ultimates there as Pentala using his red attack, taking some damage. But Poonslayer, he's not in the right place. He's in a 1v4 situation. The jump in from Wrecking Ball looking for that kill, but great heal from Lulu. Is it going to be enough? Oh, it's not. He does go down. Now the mid lane turret's in trouble. This one as well. They're pushing in. They're taking everything they can get. Boomslayer there. What happened, Andreas? He seemed to just be... was 4 of his team in one place and he was in another.
I'm not sure. I think he was trying to ult in to go for the where his team was, but he couldn't make it, and I think he just wanted to use his ult for something, which was a bit of a stupid decision. He just wanted to use his ult, get some use out of his ult, and he jumped Divine, which ended up in his death, and his team losing the turret as well.
Let's talk a little bit about the team that really SWSW. 4 of their players have committed enough to change their names, to have that as their gamer tag really at the start of their name. Oh, but hold up, Divine's trying to stun Mr. Cabbage, doesn't get it, it's just as slow, but it's going to be enough. Janice shielding gets that little assist there. And that's just another kill. Divine is really strong right now. He's been beaten in the top lane so much by Tio and Slayer. Still, he's coming out strong. He's got a Trinity Force, and he seems to be ahead of Slayer.
I think it looks like that SWSW has had a lot more practice together and has a lot more synergy in their team than MWS does. Their rotations are on spot. Their engages are always their engages always end exactly how they wanted it to as well.
Yep, speaking of rotations, they picked up that bottom lane turret, and that's an inner one. They're probably going to do the classic kind of, we'll take all your outer turrets, then we're going to take your inner turrets, finally an inhib, and then the game with it. And they've got 6k gold advantage. They're playing really well as a team, like you said. They're rotating around the map, and when a target, when the objective they're going for, they can't quite get it, they just rotate and do something else. And their vision control allows them to do that. Weak side bottom. Oh, but hold up! Takes a lot of damage. Here comes Rengar though. Wrecking Ball immediately takes down Granite coming out, but they're all really low. Intellect is the only one that's still healthy. Divine's going crazy. He's jumping in there, gets scared away. And now it's League looking for something. Another kill for Pentalift, are turning this game on its head. That's 3 kills for the side of the MWS. 2 of them onto their 80 carry. That's what they really wanted. It's going to be 2 kills for SWSW. That's changed the goal lead a bit as well. It seems that the switch is bringing them back into the game.
That was a great disengage. That was a great turnaround by MWS with the Nocturne Twitch and Rengar combo was pulled out in that fight, and we just saw exactly how devastating that combo can be in a team fight.
That still is the only time they've managed to do it. And do you think SWSW is going to learn from that and react to it in the game, just this game, and not allow it again? I think it seems to be a little bit of a mistake.
I think SWSW's main problem was all bunching up into one small group there. They allowed Pruneslayer, and Pentalift to get their AoE damage off really easily, and just rip through the entire SWSW completely.
Wow, Mr. Caberswade chunks not for half health. He's quite squishy as well. Mid lane turret again, they're just shoving turrets down. They don't really care. They rotate in, they take the turret, and they leave. SWSW really well coordinated as a team and just deciding they want something, and MWS isn't there to defend.
Well, SWSW does know that Twitch won't have as much of an effect for a while as he did that fight, because he did pop both his summoners in that last fight to keep himself alive and get those 2 kills.
Who's really going to be able to protect the Twitch if they need to fight before those are up?
Well, they're going to be able to defend that Twitch as if Morgana and Lulu try and focus nearly everything they have on defending him. With the Lulu ult and the Morgana Black Shield, are going to be only two ways to try and defend Pentalift and keep him alive so he can deal out his damage.
Yep. And those have previously been used on the kind of the tanks, I guess. Not Tio and Rengar have soaked up a lot of that support, I guess. They're trying to go for a little bit of Baron bait. Just disengage from that one very quickly. They see the mid lane again being pushed up. SWSW. What are they looking for now? There's a turret available in the top lane, and in a turret there's the Baron available. What do you think they're going to go for?
I think SWSW are going to try and clear up this Baron pit. They might go for that turret, but it's a bit unsure at the moment. They've got Divine down in the bot lane, so I don't think a Baron is going to be an option here.
Koinu on the core number on the Trinity and the Trinity. He's going to be really strong sieging. But also taking Baron. He's doing so much damage right now. And it's hold on a moment. Pentalift is looking for the assassination. He's rat-a-tat-tatting all over Koinu. Shut down gold onto a Twitch. That's exactly what MWS was looking for. And now they're rotating into this mid lane. Oh, darkness on the Nom. They can't catch everyone out that shows themselves. The ward's really doing work. As Rengar's now on the hunt. They're using everything to try and pick up more kills. They should be rotating the turrets though. Andres, are they going to be able to get this mid lane before Aurelia can pressure bottom lane?
It looks like the MWS are going to push mid lane with the Rengar Prinslayer on his Rengar recalling to stop the Aurelia push. I'm pretty sure that MWS is going to be able to get at least one turret and keep their bot turret alive at the same time.
Yep, a Wrecking Ball and Lead doing everything they can. Wrecking Ball has picked up a kill already. Now Lead's putting down his own damage. The mid lane turret isn't taken down. Divine doing something. The bottom lane was there. He just teleported. Getting another kill onto the Morgana. They're retreating away. It looks like they're just going to straight up do the Baron.
It looks like they're going to take the Baron off this. They took out the Lulu and the Morgana. That is all the support and peeling for the carries on MWS completely gone. And this looks as close as it's going to be a free Baron for SW.
There's no ult available on temples. That needs to be. Wow. Right, those have been really great spell shields by Tio. Has flashed the tornado. And Lee's still going for it. He's charging under the turret. He does the Rune Prison. Wait, hold on a moment. There's no ignite. He's survived. What was it there that kept him alive?
Top of the locket kept Tio alive there. The Lock of the Iron Slow pick up by Tio saved his life just then.
Wow, that was really, really close right there. Tio playing that one very well. As I think we saw, it was a flash out of SW Elite. And
that was a flash, and I believe he used his ghost earlier on in that fight as well.
So that's a lot of summoners down now. SW, it's still 8k gold lead, and I think this match, these team fights, are being decided at the moment by the 80 carries. Current meta addressed is the whole 80 carry itemization. Everything seems to revolve around that. You try and assassinate your opponent's AD and you keep yours alive. How's this matchup? I mean, what can the Twitch really do? Maybe they're going to go for an ambush here. Like, loves to use that ultimate going in again, immediately pick away. But there's another ultimate available. Tio going in, the communication isn't really there though. The rest of his team is backed away. They've got a combo, but Andres, they're not really using it properly.
I think that play just then kind of reinforces my comment earlier that MWS
hold on one moment. Pentalift is getting set up. Wrecking Ball looking for that kill. Great mechanics, so does get taken down. 80 carry is dead. Have no damage left. MWS knows this. They're trying to get out with their lives, but they're not able to do so. Wow, Corky's damage is so huge. And that's an ace. 5 members are down. What a fight.
And the GGs are coming out. I think this might be the end of the game. As I was saying, that play before by the ultimate by Tio Just to reinforce my point earlier that MWS does not have as much communication in their team as SW does. SW just said, knowing that the two ultimates, at least two ultimates were down on MWF, they took advantage of that and just completely turned around that fight.
That was a very good reactive play there, and while there is definitely some skirmishing around, Nexus is being focused by Define, and they've had KDA a little bit off that. But yeah, that was seemed that TO and Moonslayer both used their ultimates at different times, but SWSW disengaging, backing off just enough that was needed, getting away from those ones, and the communication wasn't quite there from MWS to say, hold up, don't use your darkness, he's got away already. It seemed like they were just trying to make something happen, but weren't really able to.
Yeah, I think that ultimate by TO was pretty much uncalled for, and that kind of allowed SW to turn that fight around and push that down to win. I think that MWS just needed to work on their communication in that match and try and synergize their teams as to what they built it around.
So that concludes round 2 of Prime Gaming's the Poro Cup 2. Thank you very much for watching this round. Round 3 should be along shortly. We did have